Welcome back to Sons of Liberty. So yeah, gotta keep protecting Emma and getting her through this place. Alright everybody, sit tight because a lot of shit goes down in this part.
It never stops.
Well, we're about to enter the climax of the game, basically.
It's interesting that we're playing as Raiden, given what his voice actor has recently teased.
Oh yeah, basically. Well, might as well since it's kind of dead air right now. Basically, Shiroi.
When this is to be up in public.
Well, as at the time of this recording, Shiroi, people were questioning because right now, Shiroi, literally, we have the new announcement of the Metal Gear Solid remake. At this point, it's all but confirmed, with even Noriaki Nakamura, the Metal Gear producer at Konami, literally saying, "Oh, now we're going to in 2023, we're going to talk about something that is quote unquote long awaited." And he's the Metal Gear producer, so it doesn't leave much room for imagination.
In recent times, Konami has a bit of a history of allowing leaks to happen, probably to generate a bit more hype.
And in addition to that, Quentin Flynn also.
Yes, I was about to say that. Yeah, basically, everybody was questioning about it on Twitter, and guess what? Oh, somebody was saying, oh, you know what? It's Metal Gear Rising's 10th anniversary. It'd be nice to have something like a sequel or some shit, and then Quentin Flynn, the voice actor for Raiden, replied to that guy's tweet saying, "Stay tuned for the coming weeks for an announcement."
Yeah, I'm keeping the expectation low and expecting just a remaster because it's probably the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
If it's anything to do with a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, wouldn't it be funny considering? Well, I mean, because a lot of people are like, "Oh God," considering how badly burned. Hater got with 5, and plus considering that Konami themselves, of all people, have been more, well, for lack of a term, better with the guy than Kojima was near the end.
Yeah.
Didn't they bury the hatchet at that point?
Yeah, eventually, years later, but yeah.
I don't know if... okay, I know that David Hayter did say that essentially he had no ill will towards the new voice actor of Snake, that.
Yeah, that was at the beginning.
I don't recall him ever saying if he's made amends with Kojima or not here and there. So okay, this does lead me to wonder though. In regards to this potential news, though, first off, holy cow! Imagine a Metal Gear Rising 2 sequel. Jesus. But I will say this: with Metal Gear Solid 1. I do think that game needs a remake. It's
definitely.
Not just something you can remaster at this point. I mean,
remake.
For those who don't know, in Bluepoint's Demon Souls remake, there's actually an Easter egg where you can hear the cry of Metal Gear Rex, aka the Metal Gear from the first Metal Gear Solid. So, yeah, basically. Anyway, to get back to this, there's bugs and. Yeah, she's afraid. Emma is afraid of bugs. Colonel, advice.
I'm terrified of the sea lice.
She won't move. Sea lice.
I sympathize. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near those things either.
But we can't exactly sit here.
Yeah, we can't exactly sit here.
Right. You'll have to get through there, even if it means forcing her to move. I know it seems cruel.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah. Like the Colonel said, it does seem cruel, but at the same time,
this is the only way.
We're kind of in an emergency, so sorry, Emma. So yeah, we have to find a way to make her move. Like so. Again, it seems cruel, but, unfortunately there's greater concerns right now. Yeah, I forgot to open the elevator. First...
I prefer not be too, but come on, man.
That was my bad.
We're gonna do this again.
It was my bad, Shiroi. I forgot to open the elevator door first. But...
You're putting this poor girl through it, multiple times.
There you go.
Oh, snap! Shoot, we kind of knocked her over.
Sorry.
Well, okay, don't worry. That worked out eventually.
There you go. See, she's fine.
You could have killed her.
I love how Raiden literally just soft tackled her into the elevator.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Arsenal Gear is about to fire. This is kind of an emergency, so sorry, Emma. Let's go.
Well, at least it can't get any worse from here, surely. See? No bugs to be found.
Okay. Alright, stay here, Emma. I'll go check ahead.
And then they get shot from behind.
Remember, Webs, technically she's part of the staff working for the terrorists, so technically she's not a suspicious person to be here. She technically is.
Yeah, but a soldier might come to the conclusion like, traitor! Bang, bang!
By the way, I know. By the way, love that touch that the guard is sleepy. That's nice. So, working long hours, my dude? There you go.
Why don't you have a bit more of a rest?
Yeah, that way you can rest.
It's a shame the body doesn't vanish from view.
Alright.
No. I think it's because he's only knocked out at the moment.
Well, remember, in the original game, the bodies is different from you, but for this game, thanks to the power of the PS2, they were able to make it so that the guards actually stay there for extra immersion. And you can even carry them, you can stuff them in lockers, all that good stuff.
If someone else finds them, will be suspicious.
Exactly.
Like that.
I mean, in the original game, it was like in the first Metal Gear Solid, it was easy because you just would kill a guard and he would disappear, and that's it. Like no left evidence of what you did. But in here, you have to be a lot more mindful of what you do. Go on.
Well, I mean, okay. I would say Hitman did that a year earlier. When this game came out, but to be fair, that was a PC exclusive.
Also, I think we already did this. We already mentioned this in one of the early parts.
Really?
But I don't think I mentioned that was a PC exclusive, and therefore I would have had more.
Sure.
With the PS1.
Well, remind me, when did that game come out again?
2000.
2000. Okay. Well, but yeah, sure. Maybe Kojima played it, or maybe it was just literally a coincidence, because coincidences do happen.
Yeah, they can happen still, you know.
Alright. Let's go.
Yeah, because I mean, that game was at least ambitious in what it was trying to do technically. It just, well, trying to do that in 2000. Yeah.
Well, I'm guessing the developers probably didn't have the same amount of developers and budget as this game had, most likely. So of course it was probably also a thing where they didn't have the same resources, probably.
I forgot when the first FIFA started development at the very least.
1993, I think it came out.
But I don't remember that one allowing you to carry your unconscious bodies and everything. Especially because it encourages you instead to avoid confrontations altogether.
Sorry, for a second there, I thought you said FIFA to you, and I was like, wait,
no,
FIFA?
THIEF.
I was gonna say, wait, when can you carry bodies around in FIFA?
That would be interesting.
The new deluxe version.
Alright, let's go for the connecting bridge. Okay, we're out of there. Whew. Well, at least now there's no. Well, at least now we're not. At least now we're out of the water, so that's something at least.
Hooray!
Progress. All right, we got full of rations. Let's leave Emma in there in safety and see if there's anything ahead. Aha! All right.
Oh, look, the sun is starting to set. Isn't it a beautiful sight?
Yep.
Aside from the fires blazing over there.
What to use?
When the sun sets, we will not.
Good old PSG-1. You got a PSG-1? You can use that against Sniper Wolf. Hurry up and save Meryl.
Pictured here, what a lot of people thought would happen when Amazon announced that they were adding drones to their workforce.
Here is your package. The cost, your life.
No, I mean, seriously though, a lot of people were thinking that some people were going to shoot down drones to get some free packages.
Oh, look at that, guys. The developers were nice enough to put in a bridge over this chasm that we had to go through before so that we can carry ammo over here. How thoughtful of them.
I'll be honest, if a robot thing was going to kill me and, maybe add a little insect thing in the middle, I would have much rather it have the sass of a Dalek, because the most recent story where they were the main threat, they were basically like, the inferior human, it's correct. Hey, who are you calling inferior? You!
Oh, dang, when did Daleks get all the sass?
Although it is important...
They've had sass for a while.
Even in general, Jova, you have to remember the golden rule with the Daleks, so they're massive races. Literally everything and everyone else in the galaxies except them is trash.
Given that the Daleks are apparently lizards inside of those things, I wonder if Dark Void was taken...
They might have been at one point, but at the time that the series in full force, they're nothing more but gelatinous blobs.
Okay, that being said, around the time when they were apparently wizards in there, from what Bloops tells me, I
basically
wonder.
that existed from like when they began up until Genesis of the Daleks.
Yeah.
All right. That being said,
So, what I was
to
wondering
Hold
was,
on.
I wonder
Yes,
if the
Pedro?
game.
go on.
I wonder if the game Dark Void was taking inspiration from that.
Could be. Considering this everything, I thought it was more taking inspiration from classic sci-fi from the 30s, or 50s. But go on, Pedro.
Yeah, that being said, I kid, because the bridge, remember, they did establish earlier that repairs are actually going on in the big shell, so technically those new bridges that are now here are part of said repairs. So there is actually an in-story reason for those bridges to be there.
It's a good reason to have them be there, not at the time of the story, obviously, because otherwise we should have been able to just go through them. But yeah, no, it makes sense that they're there now.
Alright, so, gotta get rid of this fire. Fortunately, we do have a coolant that we used for those bombs, so now, I mean, obviously it would work for the fire as well.
Apply cold water to the burnt area.
Yes, Dwibs?
Why are you gonna pee on it?
Well, this is not that.
It
This
is a
is,
viable solution.
sorry, Dwibs, we're not playing Death Stranding yet, eventually.
Or postal.
Let me rest. Just for
You are
a second.
resting, you're standing there.
I'm so tired.
Hold on, Emma, we're almost there. Just hold on. There you go. Hold on. Maybe some more, just in case. Just to make sure. Seems like it doesn't really seem to do anything. Alright, it seems like it's safe by this point. Come on, Emma, let's go. Yeah, this is technically an escort mission, but because of the stealth mechanics, it don't really have to actually have. This is fine. Like as long, like for example, what I've been doing right now, like where I leave M in a safe place and I go ahead and take care of any possible enemies ahead of time. So that way, it never really becomes a frustrating type of escort mission.
Damn it.
Cutscene.
What's wrong?
This door is security level 5. I don't have
The
card.
best
Wow,
level
wow,
that
you're-
there is.
You recovered from your tiredness quickly, Emma.
Giving up already? Ta-da!
What the?
Are you impressed?
You should have told me
Impressed. You had a card around your neck. I'm impressed.
Truth is,
Also, Emma.
It's the one you need, so stop complaining.
Look, Emma. You're cute and all, but I have a girlfriend.
Besides, I know you're 18, but that's a bit too young for me.
Well, okay. If I remember,
Make her an adult.
if I remember correctly, Raiden is like 21, so it's not. So if anything, he's only 3 years older. So it's not like it's
Characters do
that
make
much of
point
a gap.
mentioning that he's young. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Raiden is like early 20s, so it's not, that's a fine enough gap if you ask me.
Kind of assumed he was in his late 20s.
No, I think.
Let me check.
Remember, Shiroi, Japanese game. Cloud is 21. Tifa is only 19. Is she, Teo? 19, I think.
No, I think she's on the same age
Yeah,
range with childhood friends and
like you have all these characters, Shiroi, that look like they're in their mid to late 20s, and yet, according to the manuals, they're only 21. So
No. You want to know the one that takes the cake? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes.
Supposedly just high
I thought
schoolers.
these guys were like in their 40s.
The TV, the Jonathan Joestar, which looks like another literal armchair, is supposed to be in his early 20s.
Yep.
Like I said, I
Okay.
thought he was like 40.
And keep in mind, in one of those eras,
Jotaro is
those are
supposed to be 18, and he
sure.
looks just the same.
It gets even better. In one of those eras, the one with Kakyoin specifically, those are high schoolers.
Yeah, Kakyoin is supposed to be a high school student.
Just
Sure, whatever.
Okay, remind me again, Pedro, fictionally, in what year this game is taking place?
2007.
So-
I'm sorry. No, that's the part where we play as Snake. This part takes place in 2009.
So, Raiden is supposed to be 21 at this point.
Well, there you go then.
Around
So,
because the updated age is 2018, where he's 30.
Yeah, so basically, they're only 3 years apart, which is practically negligible if you ask me.
So for JoJo,
Ooh.
they look at America where they have 30-year-olds playing high schoolers and thought, hey, we can do this too.
Yeah, apparently. Even in animated form.
This is probably gonna be tough to get through there. Alright.
Bad.
Oh, hello.
I have a question for you.
What is it?
How do you feel about heights?
I can't say I like heights. The water's higher on my phobia list. Why?
Well, we have to go down a ladder.
How far down?
Just a little bit.
Why do I feel like
I
we've
find
had this
it a bit
conversation
weird that we had to
before?
switch to
How
coded
little
call
is
for this,
little?
but seeing as how we've
Probably
been
just to
talking
be
to each other
sure.
just
30 feet.
fine.
Just better be safe than sorry.
Would you take no for an answer?
How are your legs?
Better. The numbness is gone.
There you go, there's your
I'll climb down
explanation.
on my
The
own.
numbness is starting
Okay,
to
follow
be
me.
gone. That's why she was able to react quickly there.
It was a bit quick though in that early bit. She went from, can I rest a bit? To,
Our machines do
hi,
it.
hi. You know, okay, there's going to be something in the series where the nanomachine explanation.
Well, remember that even Bond is starting to have nanotechnology, so
Oh yeah, like
Inescapable.
Inspector.
like Inspector. Yeah, I know
No time to
people,
die.
and I know people love that bit, Inspector.
That's my least problem with that, Pibs.
Wait, I thought people liked Spectre.
Mixed.
It's the
it's like
twist that's the most divisive,
it's like-
Jova.
It's like I said. It's like I said earlier. Some consider it a nice throwback to classic Bond.
we don't hurry,
Others
it'll be the
consider it
last we
amongst the
see.
worst films of
Like
the
it's
series.
I'm the
better than
former.
Quantum of Solace, so I have no
Alright, hold
problem
on.
that promise.
Okay, from what I've heard, getting your fleece checked are better than Quantum of Solace.
No, Spectre is definitely better than Quantum Solace. That's not even a debate. I mean, come on.
Yeah, again, just because Quantum of Solace is shorter.
I don't think we're gonna be able to slip past all that.
Yeah, you get,
Oh, now what?
you get my drift.
Person.
Sure.
How much do you weigh, Emma?
Are you gonna ask me how old I am next?
If you go alone.
Right, and you never ask a lady how much she weighs and how old she is.
Unless it's for the sake of a mission, though. People's lives are at stake.
This is Raiden. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up?
We've made it to the lower part of Strut L. We'll have to cross
You
the
know, I
ladder from
do
here.
wonder if
And
Quentin
Emma
Flynn's
walk.
performance
Yeah,
in
she's
this is
okay.
to try and make
The
Raiden
pontoon
sound
bridge
like a
doesn't look
much
too
younger
sturdy.
Snake. Like,
Emma's gonna have to
he has
cross
a
below.
bit of the vocal hints
Oh.
to it, similar to how Hater does the
Jova.
Snake voice.
Jova, considering what we're going to learn later, most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time to play sniper.
Hold on, you'll see.
Not bad. This spot gives me a good view of the targets.
You're
Goody.
going to have to cover Emma until she crosses to strut E. I'll get there and provide some support of my own.
Thanks.
Think
Thanks,
you can
Nick.
handle it?
Oh,
Coolio.
Yeah, I know the drill. I faced a similar
You
situation.
know, it
in
says
advanced
something
mode
that
level
we've
4
arguably
VR
been getting
training with
better
PSG-1.
comfort and support from Snake than our actual
Oh no.
team.
Oh, as we're going to even see this even more in MGS4. Like Snake kind of becomes a mentor figure for Raiden moving
I
forward.
love
Not
Snake's
an outright
reaction.
father figure.
It's going to be easy. Given the situation, they've probably got claymores in place to make up for the security shortage. Make sure you
No,
use your thermal
I planted
goggles.
several in
Right.
Smash
Okay,
Brothers.
I'm heading for strut E.
Emma, are you reading me?
Loud and clear.
I'm gonna clear a path for you from here.
How?
Sniper fire.
You're kidding.
Trust me.
What if I fall into the sea? I can't swim.
You were doing pretty good a few minutes ago.
Okay.
Think you can do it?
Would you take no for an answer?
No.
No.
I feel like we've said this
You'll
before.
be fine.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, like they said, basically Emma will try her best to walk through to the other side, and we have to use our sniper rifle to cover her and kill any soldiers that might try to get her.
Also, just to mention, Resident Evil 4 is a similar section to this, but I have to say, this game pulls it off so much better than that one.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 4 is core is still a fun experience and everything, but a lot of the controls are a bit rough around the edges, you know, and having to protect Ashley from the cultist using the sniper rifle, kind of a bit of a stress.
Fuck. Those fucking rails right in front of the guard.
I love how that guy didn't even react to me shooting at him. He just took a smoke and then moved
whatever.
on.
too much effort.
Maybe he has a bulletproof.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a bulletproof vest under that. It's possible.
Again, a bulletproof vest is apparently strong enough for him not to notice getting hit by said bullets.
This is Snake. Can you hear me?
Yeah, nice and clear.
I've reached my sniping position on strut E. I'll provide support fire from here.
Right. Do me a
All
favor.
right,
and
the
take
new
out
snake
whatever
and the
I
old
miss.
snake
Just call me
working
when you want me to
together.
shoot.
Alright, so that's basically just anything you might miss. Fortunately, you have Snake helping you. Snake will be providing support. That being said, yeah, let's try and catch it. There we go. Also, I like the blood spatters. And they've done very well for, again, remember, for an early PS2 game.
Again, the game flexes at any opportunity that it can.
Did that guy just flip you off as he died?
Probably. Alright, let's get into a higher position, I think. Alright? Oh, never mind.
You know,
Go on.
thinking back to it, I do wonder, because if we remember the start of Raiden's bit here, they started off by actually codenaming him Snake. I mean, okay, narratively, you know, I
But
get that
almost
was...
immediately they dropped that.
Yeah, like, okay, narratively, I get it. It's to fool the audience into thinking, oh, it's Snake again. But I really do have to wonder, in the sense of the narrative, what was the point of them codenaming Snake?
The
only
unit,
to-
remember,
I wonder.
Snake is the title applied to rookies from the unit, the Fox unit.
That is true, yeah.
Which is funny, because ironically, if
I can't
anything, the
handle this
title
alone.
Solid Snake
Okay,
might as
I'll
well
take
be
care
the
of it.
highest
I'm
goddamn
going to show you
rank
how
by
the
the end of the
sniping should be
series.
handled. Take a good look. My sniping field will be limited to the
Like,
area
he's
you're
managed to
watching through your
surpass
PS1
even big
scope.
freaking
Keep a
boss
good
here.
look
Oh, yeah.
out.
Okay.
So,
He's almost
honestly-
executing himself.
Yeah.
So honestly, at this point, the name Snake is kind of like, you know, beyond rookie. And even still, like, funnily enough, Snake still had the name Snake on his second venture in Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. So, did they still think of him as a rookie despite defeating Big Boss that first time?
Well, remember... Oh,
Raiden, where do you think you're going? Your job is to safeguard Emma. Give her a safe...
well, Colonel, I was
No
trying...
snipe.
Get
Well-
back to work.
Well, Colonel, I was trying to get into higher ground because I felt like that would make it things easier, but okay, I'll stay here then. But anyway,
Bye, Mom.
remember, Jova, in between Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2, Snake decided to retire. The Colonel brings him back out of retirement, and then in the first Metal Gear Solid, that it's him coming out of retirement for the second time. So
You know, in some ways, you can kind of see Metal Gear Solid 1 as a remake of Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake in some ways.
Jova,
Outside of the narrative, of course.
Jova. It's not so much that you can see it; it's more so that it is. Like Metal Gear 2 is basically Metal Gear Solid Beta. Like it's kind of like how Ocarina of Time is basically just a Link to the Past, but in 3D. I'm not kidding. Think about this. Both games start with you having to get 3 jewels so you can get the Master Sword. Then you have to have 7 sages. You see, like it's literally the exact same structure. It happened a lot.
Is the time skip.
Yeah, it happened a lot back in the 3D transition in video games, that where developers were basically trying to take what worked in 2D and try to transplant it as much as they could in 3D, basically.
Do you get the feeling that maybe part of the reason they were also willing to repeat some of the plot beats, like Snake coming out of retirement, one more mission with Colonel and all that, was partly because at the time, I don't think any player outside of Japan really got to play Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake.
Yeah,
so
that's why
by
Metal Gear
then,
Solid.
it wasn't
sorry.
as big an ask.
Remember that's why the first Metal Gear Solid, as we've demonstrated in our playthrough, has text recaps of Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2.
Which were
So
translated for the international version. Like Konami understood that people that did not have the opportunity of playing those games kind of needed a bit of backup.
Especially given how heavily tied into Metal Gear
I'm
2
more
Solid
surprised
Snake
that they
that one
put
was.
that in actually in the game and not just relegated to the manuals. Because at that time they easily could have, just put it there.
They arguably could have. I mean, granted, it is kind of a really jarring thing. Like, okay, so imagine being a Western player back in the day, and granted, I guess some people could have thought, Oh, well, you know, we technically got rid of Big Boss in the first game, even though we have that little bit that suggests that he'll be back.
Jova, I don't have to imagine. I was that Western player that played the first Metal Gear Solid as my first Metal Gear. So yes, that would be me.
Okay, so, well, okay. I guess to be more specific, imagine having played the original Metal Gear, which was available to us Western gamers.
Yeah, nice touch that you can. You can actually. It's not like Snake is somewhere outside of the game area. No, he actually is in there. You can actually see him where he is.
Possibly even see him enter in the scene as well. I don't know if you can.
I don't think so, but I've never actually tried it.
It might be one of those things that if you're looking for it, you can notice, but don't quote me on that. I've never gotten to see that.
Anyway, Emma's actually almost to... We're almost at the... Yeah, we're gonna get a cutscene right now, so sit back, everybody, because things pick up now.
Balling.
Come on, Emma, you're almost there. Oh, shit.
For fuck's sake.
Again!
Of course. Pick on someone your own size, Vamp. Okay, so you have to try your best to shoot him and not Emma. Throwing is, he often puts Emma right in front of him as a shield, so you have to time this well. There you go.
I love how they even give him a boss fight for this bit.
Fuck off, Vamp.
And please stay down.
Headshot. 10,000 points.
That happened.
Oh, unfortunately, he stabbed her. Fuck.
Oh, okay. I thought the game was gonna pull you shot him in the head.
No, it was Vamp that stabbed her.
Okay.
Fuck. So, who wants to tell Otacon?
Ah, Emma's dead.
Not it.
I'm not going to either.
Alright.
I have
Snake...
mixed feelings about this death, but I'll talk more about that later. For now, though, yeah, this is not good.
Well, Snake is his best friend, so I feel like he probably would be the best person to do it.
Raiden, Emma's been stabbed.
There you go, Dos.
How bad is it?
She's conscious, but the bleeding's bad. I'm bringing her over there right now. Raiden, get that disc over here as soon as possible.
Yeah. Remember, we need her to help us with the disc, to put in the virus in Arsenal gear. So yeah. No. My usual joke is epic slow-mo. Alright. Let's get there as quickly as possible, like Snake said.
Let's just follow the blood that Emma's leaving.
Yeah, that's a nice touch as well. Like you can actually see the trail of blood. Yeah.
What's your situation over there?
Emma seems to be doing something to GW's defensive capabilities. All we need now is your disc. You better hurry. I don't think she's gonna make it.
How's the bleeding?
Just get over here. You'll find the coast is clear with everybody aboard Arsenal right now.
Understood.
Okay. And yes, you have a timer there. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, the timer will pause when you're codec calling and shit like that. So the 2001. Well, remember. I know. It's just that some modern games, even Persona 5 doesn't do this. So it's kind of I think it's worthy of praise to think about how an old game like this did, at the very least, was thoughtful enough to remember to do that, considering how.
One of my least favorite things in any.
Yeah. Well, remember, Joe, you yourself also complained about like that in our Sonic 06 playthrough.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No. I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. Remember, like so many of those side missions, I lost my S rank because I had to pause so that Shirei could read the dialogue. So.
Like, we need you to do this thing real quick. Now hold on 30 seconds while we explain to you.
Alright.
I wonder, has there ever been a game that's so ridiculous that when you're playing through a cutscene but you're trying to read it at your own pace, the timer is still counting down?
One particular pet peeve I have is with Sonic Forces, because in Sonic Forces, remember, you're trying to do the time trial challenge for that final boss, the timer continues to go by even during the scripted cutscene moments that you can't do anything about, you can even skip, and yet the timer doesn't pause for those. No, I'm sorry, that's just, no. Alright, move. That seems like there's no enemies. Oh wait, there is one, according to the Salt Raider, but where is he? I guess he's below me? Hopefully. Oh, there he is. There you go.
Blow.
Oh, and there's another one.
Interesting gunfire sound.
No, that's Jova's alert sound effect.
Hey, imagine all the epic moments involving a sniper shot in films with that sound.
You see, Shiroi, when Snake gets discovered, the sound effect is. However, when Jova gets discovered, it's sorry, what is the sound effect one that you? That's it. That one. Thank you.
Also, leaves the best effect to have for a sniper shot for that kind of is the tomato splatter, the very stocky one. That's
Holy shit! This place is full of sea lice.
Seriously, this place's hygiene, health, and safety standards are terrible.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Alright, cutscene.
I think bugs are the least of our worries.
Well, I guess I will have to do.
I'll do.
Hey, Otacon.
I mean, the soundtrack is mocking you.
How's Emma? I think he got some internal organs. We can't stop the bleeding.
Hi.
Hey.
I'm here. Got the disc. Emma set everything up. Apparently all you have to do is pop in the disc.
Yeah. Sorry, Otacon, but we kind of need to do this.
That should insert the virus into the AI.
I know this is like really long.
Fake Windows. Shit! Blue screen of death. No.
An antibody agent?
Well, god damn it.
Damn, the connection's been cut.
Is the virus
Now is
upload
not the
complete?
time.
I don't think so. The count stopped at 90%. Otacon.
I don't think Emma's made any mistakes, but a portion of the worm cluster might have been altered after the disc left Emma's hands. By the Patriots?
Will the virus still work?
I have no idea.
Oh, great.
Coolio.
Hal, is everything alright?
It's like in Langoliers. You be right as rain, daughter. Right as rain.
No, he said it.
Right.
Yeah, everything's alright, Emma. Don't worry.
At least I won't be adding another page to our family's dark history.
And there's a tragedy she actually is, because, yeah, we haven't been able to
It's
stop
just another
Arsenal.
step in how
What if the
fucked
virus
up
doesn't work?
Otacon's life
Either
is.
destroy that thing, or take out Solidus and his men.
How do we get on board?
I don't think we can. Unless somebody inside gives us a hand.
Hal,
It's like your life is so screwed up.
What is
Being
it?
a weeb is the least of your problems.
Yep,
Basically.
Basically. Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh, and if you think his father and mother are exempt from it, no, they aren't either.
We're going to actually meet Otacon's dad in a later game, Shirei, but so look forward to
As
that.
well as his mother,
This family
too.
is cursed.
More than you can imagine.
In fact, Pedro, you could say that his mother is rather strange.
wanted to get in your way.
So yeah, now in her last moment, Emma reveals her true feelings.
I thought that with Arsenal, if I followed in your footsteps, I could be closer. I just wanted you to look at me. Look at
Well,
me.
you kinda got your wish in the worst way possible.
I could never do that.
Don't be so honest. It hurts.
Sorry.
Can I ask you one last favor?
Sure.
Call me Emma.
What?
Please call me Emma.
I mean, that is her name.
Well, remember, he usually calls her EE. The nickname that she's had for her when they were kids, so...
What's wrong with EE?
She was stabbed.
Emma? 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 Emma?
Well, shit.
Answer me.
And once again, Otacon must cry at the death of a woman that he loved in his arms.
Otacon's life is misery. Being Otacon is misery, basically. Remember, like, it's kind of like how we explained in the previous game. Otacon is the human side of Metal Gear. He's always the one that represents us, so...
I do feel that they kind of overdid it to the point of it becoming parody of Metal Gear Solid 4, but that is a different story. That being said, yeah, no, this is definitely a tearjerker. I may have mixed feelings about them killing Emma this early, but I won't deny that the death scene itself is relatively well done.
One thing that I do... Oh, okay.
Because of the accident,
Confession by Otacon.
I had a relationship with your mother.
Yeah!
Yeah, trust me, it gets even creepier.
Basically, Shiroi...
Wait, hang on, back up. What?
Basically, Shiroi, Emma's mother, aka Otacon's stepmother, seduced him. So yeah, Otacon had a very fucked up childhood.
Oh.
Yeah, and sure, you thought it was bad that he and Emma kind of had a bit of a quasi-incestuous relationship? How about the fact that he had an outright incestuous relationship with his stepmother?
And, okay, if the latter happened before the former, that would explain his relationship with Emma a little bit, and oh god, this is...
So what, you mean that he NTR'd to either his mother or sister with the
Let's
other?
not do that, Drova.
Well, the game brought it up.
He was groomed,
Yeah.
and he would inevitably develop...
He was taken advantage of. Yeah, it is important to remember that Otacon was just a kid at the time, so if anything, the villain of that story...
Sexually abused.
Yeah, so the villain of the story is definitely the stepmother, not Otacon.
It's like I said, his whole family is messed up.
Yeah, his whole family is terrible. Basically, we have here Shiro is the only good Emmerich in the family. He's the only good person in this family. Oh, that's not from Emma, of course.
Carrot?
Well, the only alive Emma.
Yeah. Both Emma and Al Shiro are the only good people in this family. Oh crap.
Oh, good time.
Alright, now, Shiroi, behold, we're about to get one of the greatest moments in Metal Gear history, involving our favorite duo.
What about the camo repairs? Done. We won't be able to get everybody aboard. We'll just have to take as many as we can.
My sister won't be able to come with us.
So we have to even leave the corpse behind.
I mean, at least she'll get a burial at sea, at least.
Even though she hates the water.
Go to the insensitive corner.
Squibs, not for
Oh, here you go,
nothing,
see?
but she hates the...
Flashback.
I'm always a survivor, he says.
Why, Wolf?
Yeah, so it's not for nothing she hates the water. That's like burying Anakin in sand after his death. That's just...
Well, I mean, it was better than what happened in a bit in Doctor Who a few years ago.
Hold on.
Anyway.
So yeah, Emma's parrot. Yeah, Otacon, we need you to take care of the hostages. Yeah, we still have to save the hostages still. Yeah.
There's our ride out of here. Anyway, we're gonna have to sink that thing if the virus doesn't work.
I should be going.
No, we're doing
Oh, here you go.
the
Check this out.
old-fashioned way.
This is amazing. Just listen to this.
Got your job. We've got ours.
You mean I'd only get in your way?
Wrong. Only you can save those hostages. Got it?
Only you can put out forest fires.
Right. Listen, the two of you won't be able to destroy that thing. Eliminate the enemy. That's your only option.
Yeah, no, look this up. Ha!
Oh yeah.
The catwalk.
Now that's just badass.
I mean, the Burial of the Sea was the only death we were missing, I think, in the core.
Alright.
No, actually. Well, okay, you theorize that was happening at the last of us.
Alright, so it's that badass shot, and now we have one of the most wholesome moments I've ever seen in a video game.
EE?
Oh no.
Otacon, come on.
Just went through this. So.
Come on, Otacon, we need you to get the hostages.
Otacon, snap out of it.
Overloading the cam off.
Yeah, you go. Just check this out.
Leave it to me.
Don't worry, Otacon.
And the parrot got squished.
Oh fuck, I killed the E again.
Hey, you know, look at the bright
hold
side.
on.
At least you guys will be able to have more wholesome
I'm counting on you, Otacon.
But yeah, there was also a small reprieve.
Yeah, and Raiden's up beholding the greatness he just saw. Again, that moment is just amazing. But anyway, hold on. One more. Yeah.
God damn it.
God damn it. So there you go. That's what. So there you go. All that's why the parrot says how. There you go. Yeah, but I like that moment. Though. Like Otacon put on a strong face for Snake, but now that he's alone, yeah.
Oh, I thought he was gonna smash the parrot in with an axe handle.
All right. I have to comment on that. Like, can I talk about how absolutely amazing that moment between Snake and Otacon is? They have their secret handshake and then they hug before going each separate ways to save various different like
The
that.
game does the job that he's supposed to in telling how much these two are actually.
These two these two characters are so awesome. Like it's just like, and again that, and all the meantime, how Eric Erickson Williams' Metal Gear theme plays while they're hugging is just glorious.
Somebody who would love us, but we were wrong. You can't wait to be loved.
Yep.
You have to go out and find it. 4 years ago, I realized that you can't just wish for a happy family. You have to make it happen. I only wish I knew that sooner. I learned that I could love, as you probably did. Emma.
You think he's gonna be okay?
He's tough.
Wow.
Consider
He's tougher than he looks. Yeah, I love Snake's faith in Otacon. He's tougher than he looks.
He kind of needs to be, given the
Yeah.
quality.
Oh, Cyber Ninja.
Oh, here we go.
Arsenal's going to take off.
What?
We still needed to take care of a few things. This time, don't fail us.
Snake, what's this all about?
bedtime, Raiden.
What?
What?
I wouldn't do that.
You're changing sides now?
Change sides? I don't recall saying I was on yours.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Piece of
Top
shit.
top 10 anime betrayals.
And behind the mask,
No.
what we already mentioned,
You!
Olga.
Olga.
Yeah. Don't worry, Shura. You'll see where this is going. This is more. There's more to this than meets the eye.
Alright then.
What?
So I think it's good. Don't worry, Dwebs. We'll explain later. There's more to this than meets the eye. Trust me.
Oh, Twist, that's not really Solid Snake. It was someone in a mask.
So Solidus.
Honestly, would you be surprised?
Oh well, actually, Dibs. I mean, Solidus has been impersonating Solid Snake this whole time. So Solidus then?
And let's not forget, we had Decoy Octopus in the last game. He was technically a master of disguise.
There you go.
But yeah, nope. There goes Big Show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, you know that friend of yours? That friend of mine that introduced me to the first Metal Gear Solid. When we were kids playing this game, we tried our best to replicate that handshake, but it's tougher than it seems. There you go, Shiro. They even have their secret handshake.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we only managed to mostly upload the virus.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did Emma die, she was submerged to the things she hated.
Yeah.
Again, I will say this. I am a bit mixed on Emma dying this soon after we just get to know her. Now, granted, it does lead to a good scene with Hal. I do wonder if more could have been done with the character.
There's also a bit of frustration, if I had to be honest, if I had to add, to be honest. A bit of frustration that you spend so much time trying to protect her and everything, and then she just dies in a cutscene immediately after. Like, it almost makes your mission entirely pointless. Right? I know that there's a higher purpose behind this, but I get the idea why it can be frustrating.
Sure, I understand.
I will say this also. Part of her death with my frustration, I'll admit, if what happened in Metal Gear Solid 4 didn't happen the way it did, I'd probably be more okay with this. But by the time of Metal Gear Solid 4, Emma's death just kind of feels like a trend to make Otacon die, and cry, and die inside at some point here and there. And again, like, I'm split on it. It's a good death scene, but yeah, no, there is a lot of frustration. It's kind of similar to how I feel with the other guy who died due to Fat Man. Like, suddenly we raise this big plot arc about him, only for him to die, really. It doesn't necessarily make the story bad, but it is one of my frustrations with it, in that, like, these characters who you think are going to be important end up not being, and maybe that's to play into one of the bigger plot ideas with the story, but that also goes into why I'm a bit mixed on it as a whole.
Well, technically they're still important, but I get your point. Shiro, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this was great. Like,
Shiro, okay, fine. What Shiro said, second. That moment between Otacon and Snake, though, that was pure perfection. Come on, like that was pure perfection. Like seriously, that I still feel heartwarmed inside every time I see it because it's so good. Like, it's so cool.
In hindsight, it is nice to see these two just living their best life.
No.
And they're commenting on fellow Smashers in Smash Brothers Brawl.
God,
they're in a happier place by that game.
And trust me, Shiro, you'll get to see more because by the time we get to Metal Gear Solid 4. Snake and Otacon might as well be an old couple.
Like I said, Snake is pretty much Otacon's father figure probably at this point. If not just bro overall.
Oh, no. Yeah, basically, Shiro, to give you an idea, I'm not going to spoil the exact circumstances, but in Metal Gear Solid 4, they're taking care of a specific important child. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you who that child is yet because you'll see eventually.
But together, it's literally
so there's Vanessa's joke. Because I always play. She doesn't play these games, but she loves watching me play them. Vanessa's joke with that tip has always been that Snake is the daddy and Otacon is the mommy. That's always been her joke, basically.
Oh, yeah,
that makes way too much sense.
Yes.
Alright then, so golly gee, it looks like Raiden is in such a bad spot. How will he get out?
Okay, I want to send off this part the proper way. Tune in next time, everybody, because the next time is where the game fully starts revealing its roll of cards. And Shiro, you said you loved the meta stuff in the first Metal Gear Solid, right?
Yes.
Well, get ready, Shiro, because in the next part, I'm gonna have my nerds here too inject you with a full concentrated dose of meta-ness in your veins.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
See ya then, everybody.
Ta-ta.